one of our holiday STREAMFEST programs and you have any questions, also online you may find a resource book, A Flurry of Science and Family Fun, and each activity that we've done is in here with instructions and supply lists all the way through, from pink snow to star watching and kindness countdowns. All of our activities are in this booklet, and that's available online, or you can pick up a physical copy here at the Children's Museum throughout the holiday season. So thanks again for joining us for Holiday STREAMFEST. Well, welcome to another edition of Holiday STREAMFEST. Today we're working on spreading the cheer, and especially let's spread the cheer this time of year, that rhymes, to some of our animal friends. And this is a great project if you have any pets or know somebody with a pet and you want to give them a present. So we're going to show you how to make an animal treat jar. And I have several containers. This one here is an oatmeal, empty oatmeal container. Or you could do Pringles, you could do Crisco, you could do Chinese noodles, whatever container, even a clear jar like this could work. So we'll show you how to make it into a great looking, fun, easy holiday treat jar for your wonderful pets. So you take the lid off. I'm going to use the oatmeal jar. You take the lid off and you measure how big it is. There's a little ridge at the opening. Measure how long that is from the ridge to the bottom of your jar. And mine's 9.5 inches. So that's how I want to, how big I want to make the covering that I'm going to wrap around the oatmeal jar. 9.5 inches. So I'm going to mark it here on my piece of paper all the way on that at 9.5 inches, and I'm going to draw a line. 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, and there's my line matching up with my ruler, and there's the line that I'm going to cut so it will fit my container. And then I'm just going to cut it. Whoops. There we go. Cutting on the line. It's a great project for an animal friend. And so then I'm going to wrap my jar. And it's going to fit on there just perfectly. So you can use for this project either some tacky glue or some regular Elmer's glue, or some hot glue gun with supervision. So I'm putting a little bit of hot glue gun on there to hold my paper down, and I'm going to roll it around my jar. Whoops. And when I get to the other end, I'm going to do some more glue to hold it in place. There we go. Hot glue always creates these funny spider webs, I call them, strings, but they just wipe off later. So there, I have a really cool looking jar, and I'm going to turn this into a dog face, I think. So what do I need next? I think I need 2 eyes. So to put some eyes on there, I've got a whole bunch of containers, some lids from 2-liter bottle containers. So I'm going to put those on as eyes. Let's see, there's the back where the seam is, there's the front, and with my hot glue gun or tacky glue, I'm going to put a little bead of that stuff on there and put on an eye. There we go. And then another eye. Whoa! Doesn't look like a dog yet, but when we're done, this is going to look like a dog face. So there we go, 2 eyes. And of course, dogs have noses. And I have a bigger lid in here that came from a milk bottle. And so I'm going to put that on the middle for his nose. Okay. Oops, wrong side. I'm going to stick it to the table. Ah! All right. So you can either use, okay, there's a nose, a big dog nose. Okay, so now we got some markers here. I think all dogs and cats have whiskers, so let's put on some whiskers kind of right under that nose. Here we go. And over here. Now he's starting to look more like a dog or a cat, don't you think? All right. Okay, so what does he have next? How about some big, long ears? So what you could do is, I have some fancy paper, or you could use some brown construction paper, but I thought since I was making something fancy, I would use some fancy paper that I have. So I'm going to cut an ear shape, kind of like a long flap for the ear of my dog. About that shape, and I'm going to stick it on there with my glue right up to the top. There we go. It's looking like a dog. So there, a little bit of glue on the top and put it over like that. My dog has floppy ears. There we go. So I'm going to do another one about the same shape. You could use wrapping paper, you could use construction paper, you could use a piece of paper that you just colored yourself. Maybe your dog has spots on his ears. Okay, so there we go. Another ear on my dog. And starting to look better now. What else do I need? Oh, where's my marker? Let's do a little bit of detail on his face. Needs a mouth. So, there we go. And down like there, right under his nose. And it's looking a little bit more like a dog, don't you think? And let's see, we've got ears. Okay, so you could add a whole lot more detail. What you might want to do is a little bit nicer looking eyes. So I'm going to put a center in the eyes, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to trace with my pencil one of the jar lids, actually two, and I made a circle, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I am going to cut two at a time so they're the same around the circle that I just traced. And there we go. Put a little bit of glue, either kind of glue will work, and stick it right in the center, the inside of my eyes, so it looks a little nicer. And I'm going to draw a doggy eyeball here in a second. Dun-da-da-da. And there we go. How does that look? Ooh, that's looking pretty good. Let's draw a doggy eyeball in the center. Right there. So it looks like he's looking at you. He wants his treats. Okay, ooh, that's looking good. Now, if you wanted to, you could do the same with the other one, but I just showed you how to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna put some treats inside. My favorite Milk-Bone dog biscuits, whatever you think your dog's gonna like, stick those inside. Wow, this one's gonna hold the whole box, wow. And now let's decorate the lid. There is a lid here for my oatmeal. You can put that on there. And we're going to add a little handle to the lid. Easy breezy, just use one of these lids again. Stick it on the top. And then this time, instead of putting the glue there, you're going to want to put a glue all around the edge. That's a little bit trickier. You may need some adult help with that. And there we go, right on top. And there's a little lid that when that dries, you can pull it off and get to your treats. Now, all good dogs have a collar, right? So if you have some ribbon at home, you can pick out something that you'd like to use as a collar. Well, I happen to have this one. And so I'm going to measure around the jar, all around, and cut it so it'll go all around. And I'm just going to use some tacky glue this time. Whoops. And put a whole bunch of tacky glue on my ribbon. So it'll go all the way around the jar and wrap it around the front and around his neck and together in the back. And now your dog has a collar. And that is our doggy treat jar that you could make your pet dog very happy for the holidays, or give it to somebody that you know that has a dog and they'll have some great treats. So, thanks. We have some more spread the cheer activities coming up in a minute or two, but there's our dog jar. Okay, our next activity for spread the cheer is called a kindness countdown jar. And to do this activity, you need a jar, and I happen to find this nice, great big one because I want to spread lots of cheer. And you need some tape and some paper, or I had some pretty cards to write on, and a few decorations, and I actually found some stickers and some markers. And so what this is all about is kind of like a countdown to a special day, like maybe Christmas or New Year's, and you can do a special act of kindness for someone else, or your whole family can get involved by doing something kind to someone else by writing down a suggestion, stick it in the jar, and then every day pull out the suggestion and do that suggestion and spread the cheer and spread the kindness. So let's put together the jar. And what I did was your kids can write down kindness countdown jar on a piece of paper. I happened to print it out because I thought I had a nice bright piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is decorate the jar, and this is how I'm going to do it. You can write on a piece of paper kindness countdown jar and color it with markers and make it really as pretty and creative as you like. And so I'm just going to tape this to my jar right here. And then I found some stickers. It's always fun to decorate things. I just really love to. And so I thought, kindness countdown jar. And I found some bear stickers. So I thought I would put a whole bunch of bear stickers on my jar for a big bear hug for somebody. So lots and lots of bear hugs, lots and lots of bear stickers. Or if you have something that's more holiday theme, you could do that too. Here's a green bear. Lots of decorations on your jar to help you remember to be kind to people. Lots of bear hugs. Lots and lots of bear hugs. So it's up to you on how you want to decorate your jar and make it beautiful and creative and pretty. And there we go. So then the next thing, well, we're not done decorating it exactly yet, but we'll work on it. But one of the things that you can do is look up, if you can't think of your own, you can look up some suggestions on what to do to be kind to somebody and make some cards. So let's see, maybe in your family, you were making a lot of cookies and there's a big mess in your kitchen. Maybe you can help clean up. So I'm going to write, help clean up, and put it in my countdown jar. And another one I found on a list that I really like is tell someone they're doing a good job. That's always a good idea. Whatever they're doing, they're probably doing the best that they can. Tell someone they're doing a good job. That always makes them feel better. And put that in there. And you can number those two. That would be 1, that would be 2. Let's see, maybe you could donate some books to a homeless shelter or something like that. Donate books to somebody who needs them. Donate books. Maybe you have some stories that you've already read that you'd like to pass on to someone else. So you can just fill that up with a whole bunch of ideas on how to be kind to somebody. Oh, pick up trash outside. That's a good thing to do to be kind to our earth. Pick up trash. That's a good one. So you can fill your jar with the suggestions on how to be kind to someone else. And once you get a whole bunch in there, you can finish. Oh, I think I need some more stickers, don't you? You can finish decorating your jar however you like. I thought that maybe, it's always got to have a lid. Maybe a bow would be good. So I'm going to stick on a bow on my jar to make it special. And this is just to help us to remember to be kind to someone every day. Maybe some silver or maybe something like that. How does that look? All right, so all you do is maybe tie that one on. I think I will. I'll just tie that one on around the back, and you can decorate your jar and spread kindness. Sometimes it's just as easy as a smile. There we go, a kindness countdown jar. So maybe you can do an act of kindness and count down to 2021. That's a good one. All right, so we have some more spread the cheer activities. Let me get this one out of the way. Our next spread the cheer activity is half art, half kindness, and half science experiment. And that's 3, so it's a third. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a card for someone to tell them that we love them this time of year. But we're also going to do is create some art with some salt and some watercolor paints. I have green and blue and silver. And I'm going to make it look, I hope, a little bit like a snowstorm on the outside of our card. And I'm going to find out what salt does to watercolor paint. That's the science experiment part. And the art part is making your own card. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cover this. You can use watercolor paper. You can use a thick piece of drawing paper, any kind of paper that will suck up a little bit of the watercolor paper. So because I want to kind of make a winter scene out of this, I'm going to use some blue, and I'm going to cover my paper with a bunch of blue here, and we'll see what this is going to look like. There's one color, so maybe I should put some more colors on that. It's always fun to see how many different colors that you can add to something and what will it look like after you do. Whoa, so there's some green, and I also happen to have some silver. I don't think they make white watercolor paint, but they make silver, and I thought that would be a really good thing to use. Let's see what silver looks like on my paper. Woo! Oh yeah, that makes it look more wintry, don't you think? Little bit of, well, once you get your whole paper covered with the colors of paint that you want, and I'll hold this up in a minute so you can see. Ooh, silver is awesome. Putting lots of silver on. Okay, then, you've got some swirliness, looks really arty. Now, here's the science part. A little bit of salt on my wet watercolor paint. What will happen to my painting if I sprinkle it with salt? We'll find out. Whoa. It might take a minute. So we'll watch and we'll wait and see what happens. Sometimes, salt kind of sucks up the water. Sometimes you get a whole lot of little pieces that look like snowflakes when you do this. So hopefully that's going to happen in a minute, but it's taken a minute to work. So that's the outside of the card. So meanwhile, what you want to do is find a paper that's just a little smaller than the outside of the painting that you made and fold it in half. And so the kindness and the spread the cheer part of this activity was telling someone that you love them. So I am going to write, "I love you, Grandpa," right in the middle of my card. I love you, And you can, if you can't spell, you can ask an adult to help you do it. G-R-A-N-D, grandpa. Okay, and you could actually draw a heart and color it in, or you could draw some snowflakes. Anything you think the person you're making this card for would really like. So let's check back on the salt here. Whoa! It is starting to make some little flecks. Yeah. So to finish this card, we're going to fold it in half. Whoa, mine's still wet, so I'm working very carefully. And that salt is going to suck up, and some of the salt will eventually fall off. And that's okay, because it'll leave its impression behind. So there's the outside of the card. And so then you open up the card, and when it's dry, right now mine isn't dry, you'll take a little bit of glue stick and stick it on the edge of your message that you're writing. And you've already folded it in half, and you just folded this in half. So now you put it right in the middle and stick it down. And then, whoops, everything that I did is still wet. So it's not sticking. It's rolling, but that's okay. But you'll have a great looking card on the outside, and in the middle, it'll spread some cheer to the person that you wanted to say, I love you. And that's our kindness activity. Now, let's see. Let me get that one out of the way, because there's another activity that we can do called a kindness rock. And I went outside and I dug in the snow and I found a rock. And what you're going to do with this is paint your rock with a message, a positive message. And what I am going to put on mine is called Shine Bright. And then when your rock is dry, you can go out for a walk maybe in your neighborhood and place it by a tree so everybody walking by will get that positive message. So I'm going to paint the rock here with, and I use acrylic paint, because if you use a water-based paint like tempera paint, when it rains or snows, it'll eventually wash off. But if you use acrylic paint and let it dry, it will stay. No rain or no snow will wash your message away. So I took a wider brush, and I am painting my rock a very sunny color. Because in a minute, I think I'm going to draw sunshine on it. And I am going to say, shine bright. Because we can all do things that make the world a brighter place to be. Okay, so there, I painted my color. And you know, if you wanted to paint it different colors, you could. Okay, so now I'm going to add some detail. There's my shining bright rock, because I want it to remind people of sunshine. And especially in kind of cloudy days, maybe somebody needs a message that's a little bit of sunshine. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a big sunshine circle on my rock. And you might have to wait until your base color dries, but I'm being very careful when I'm drawing my sunshine. And drawing a big old sun. Oops, picking up too much yellow. There we go, a big sunshine. And some rays of the sun sticking out around it, and you can decide what kind of message that you want to write to people that's very positive, like, you're beautiful, or you can always say, I love you. There's my sunshine. Hope you can see that. And so then in the middle, I'd write, well, I'm going to turn it around so I can write it where I want. And I'm going to write S, H, I, N, E. Now this would turn out better if my rock was dry. I might have to redo this one. Doo-doo. Shine. Bright. Bright. B-R-I-G. Uh-oh. G-H-T. There we go. Shine bright. And it's all set. I am going to have to redo my letters, but that's okay. I'll wait till it dries and I'll figure it out. But shine bright. And then you can put that where someone could see it, and maybe it'll make someone's day a little brighter. So there's a spread the cheer idea that you can do. And we have one more. And I have some friends with me to help talk about that. I have a tray of my friend the dog and my friend the cow, and they're my puppets. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the kindness flowing throughout the whole season, and one of the things that we can do is deliver a dinner to somebody. Maybe somebody out there needs some food, you know, or maybe just needs a little break and can't get out to the grocery store. So, yeah, hello, Mr. Dog. Hello, Miss Cow. Hi. So we went to the store and we went shopping, and we're going to deliver a dinner. Oh, thank you for helping me with that heavy, heavy, heavy bag. We're going to deliver a dinner. We're going to create a basket and take it to somebody that needs some food. Is that what we're going to do? Oh, there's yummy things in there. Oh, no, now, just wait. We're going to put them in the basket. We're going to help her. Okay, we're going to put them in the basket. Here we go. So, if you were delivering a dinner to somebody, yeah, no dog biscuits are in there. No, sorry. We can get some more for you later. Okay? No hay either. No? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Well, why don't you pull something out, Miss Cow? Okay. So she's going to pull out something that you might put in a basket for somebody and take them dinner. Oh, spaghetti noodles. That's a good one. Okay, your turn, Mr. Dog. Oh. I think we're working on an Italian dinner. Can you find something else? Yeah. Oh, some spaghetti sauce. Okay, both of you guys, help me put that in the basket. Spaghetti noodles, spaghetti sauce. Oh, let's see. How about, what are you getting, Mr. Dog? Oh, Parmesan cheese. Oh, that would be really good. This is a whole dinner right in a bag. That's good. Oh, maybe, how about a little Italian dressing for a salad? Somebody could have a great spaghetti dinner right there. Oh, what have you got, Miss Cow? How about a little fruit? Yep, some pineapple chunks. Oh, that would be really good and yummy. And how about, let's see, oh, some green beans. That adds a lot of nutrition to your dinner. Oh, some of my favorites in there. Couple of juice boxes. Mr. Dog's got some things in there. We're going to fill this basket. Oh, Miss Cow, what do you see in there? She's going down in. She's going to get out. Oh, yep, some go-go squeeze. Put that back in there, Mr. Dog. So you can fill the whole basket with something, wrap it up, and take it or donate it to someone who needs it. Keep the kindness flowing. And that is all of our Spread the Cheer suggestions and activities for today. Thanks for joining us on Holiday STREAMFEST, and join us again next time. Bye. Roof. Oops, we forgot the applesauce.